Hey, it's not live, Jeff. What's going on, YouTube modeling community? Pappy here at West Georgia Rides and Customs. We had a little technical difficulty, and my producer over here said, "Hey, dummy, you're not recording." So, but we are now. We're at the South Carolina Modelers Association Hope It Don't Snow show, and we're having a great time. If y'all haven't ever come to this show, please do. Lots of great vendors, lots of great builds on the table, and what do you know? You never know who you're going to run into here. I've run into actually four. One I'm fixing to, because I couldn't count a while ago. I'm going to be down to 3 friends. No. But I've run into 3 of the, and I tell you what, I don't have to introduce these folks. You see them on a regular basis on YouTube, almost weekly. So, and I'm going to go to the left right here. We have Miss Jess. Go ahead.
Hi.
And to her right, we have. Are you in the thing? Are you in the square?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Brian Burwell. I remember your name.
Perfect. Right in the center.
Right in the center.
Stopped it well.
Checks in the mail, bro.
Thank you.
Mr. Henry Robbs. Good to see you today,
Good
sir.
job. Right in the center.
And the one and only Mr. Josh Morgan. Here's number 5. But like I say, when you come to the shows, you never do know who you're going to run into. But hopefully, you'll run into some of your favorite YouTube content creators. And that's what we got here today. We're going to do 10 questions with a modeler today. And the first question is, it's not really a question. Introduce your channel, Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess, aka Scale Model Snail.
What do you like to build?
I like to build a little bit of everything. I build Ed Roth kits and the Weirdos kits, figures, and I also like doing lowriders and customs, just stuff that's different.
And she's got a badass foxy box on there. That thing is cool.
We're going to get plenty of that. We're going to bypass this guy right here. What's your channel?
Got Fuels Model Car Garage.
And we got Mr. Henry Robbs over here. What's your channel, sir?
Mid-Century Model Works.
Mid-Century Model Work. Glad to have him here today. He's been feeling under the weather a little bit. Yeah. And this fella?
Extremis Models.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
Extremis Models.
Okay. West Georgia Rides and Customs. We love you. We need you. Wait a minute. That's that car light down the road for me. Everybody. I was probably got a copyright hit on that one. Oh, man. All right, second question. How long have you been creating content for YouTube?
So I've been creating content for a little over a year now, and that's about it.
Who influenced your channel?
Actually, the person that influenced my channel isn't exactly a model builder, it's NerdForge. She builds a lot of like creative fantasy landscapes, larger scale and stuff like that, and I saw her building and doing the videos.
So diorama.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of diorama, and she just had a lot of enthusiasm and stuff about what she builds, and I was like, I could do that, and I don't know, it kind of inspired me.
Awesome. Brian, how about you? How long have you been creating YouTube content?
I think I started in 2019, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I don't exactly know when, but I know it was right before all the COVID crap.
Yeah. We had to have something to do. So, who was the inspiration to starting your channel? Or what was the inspiration?
I
to
had
starting your channel?
my channel was originally just Got Fuel, and I would stream some live gaming stuff on it from time to time, and I just had a couple friends that posted a picture on Facebook, and they were like, "That's not your truck." I'm like, well, "Yeah, it is." You don't have a truck like that. Yeah, it's a model car.
Yeah.
And that's just what made me start posting videos so I could send it to them and they could see somewhat of my process.
Henry?
I guess, let's see, what was the question again?
What inspired you?
What inspired me to start?
And how long have you been creating content?
Okay. Yeah, I've been creating probably right at a year, somewhere right in there. And it was Mr. Mark Batson that got me started.
Batson?
Yeah.
Oh, cool, man. He's
Hobby
influenced
Dude.
on the Hobby Dude 007. Oh, there he is.
So, I think I'm going on three years now creating content, and the biggest inspirations that I had at the time when I started doing YouTube content was Sean King over at Primed Model Works. and the Max _ Afterburner YouTube modeling channel. There's actually two Max Afterburner channels on YouTube. One is of a former pilot, but he does a lot of like real plane review type stuff. And then Max _ Afterburner is actually a model building channel, and he does a multitude of different build types. I know that primarily I'm known now for doing cars and trucks and stuff like that, but I still dabble into planes, tanks. I've done a couple figures. I like doing diorama stuff, so yeah. But I got to credit Max Afterburner and Prime Model Works for my start, and then guys like Pappy and Brian here for helping me continue to want to create content when I actually put it out there for people to watch.
For everybody. And by the way, that checks in them up. For me, I started in 2016, right after my father passed away. In December 2016, I just started really just pouring it out there, which was therapy for me. But the person I would say probably inspirational to my channel would be the Chevy Cheeseburger. You don't remember Chevy Cheeseburger? Man, you don't know what you was missing. Man, we had a great time. But between Chevy Cheeseburger and the original Friday Night Hangout, which was with young model master Skylar Jahola, Tim Halsey, we always do that.
And they held this live stream on Noah's Ark.
Yeah, boy, you ain't kidding. And it floated. Anywho. Okay. Question number 3. Do you feel as a YouTube content creator, has it been a good or a bad experience for you or for your channel? Jess?
Nothing about it.
I feel like it has actually been a really positive experience for me personally. It was a really good way for me to kind of meet new people who have a lot of talent and skills, and I've learned a lot from this great community. And yeah, all around it's just been such a positive experience.
I agree. But you, Brian?
Yeah, I really can't say anything better than what the snail just said. I mean, it's been a great experience. I've met some fantastic people. I've made some wonderful friends, and all I can say is if you don't have a YouTube channel and you're considering it, just do it.
Do it.
All you can do is risk making some really good friends.
Yep, that's it.
I've had pretty good positive
Feedback.
feedback so
Yeah.
far. I haven't run into any of the haters yet, and hopefully I'll never. It's coming.
Trust me, you will step on some toes. You just don't realize it.
So,
But that's good.
It'll happen.
Yeah, that's good. Josh, I know. How about you? Well, sock in it.
Yeah, I've had a really good time making content. As Brian said, I've made a lot of really awesome friends, and I've met a lot of really great people, and somehow I've inadvertently stepped on some toes here and there, but not everybody really gets along these days, perfectly. But I've enjoyed it, and it's been a blast, and I'm gonna continue to enjoy making content for as long as I'm possibly able to do so.
Well, I'm going to take a P.T. Barnum approach to it. You can please some of the people some of the times, but not all the people all of the time. And I have over the years. I have. It's been I've stepped on less toes than I have made friends, and it's been a good experience for me. I've got a table full here. Every show that I go to, it's just been it's just a blessing each time I get around folks like-minded in the hobby itself. So it's really been fun for me. Been doing it for this long, and everybody I know. Well, we'll delve off into that question here in a minute, but that's further down the line for the next few questions here. What are your thoughts on group builds?
Group builds, they're a lot of fun. I've actually only done one so far, but I think it's a really cool way to get to know everybody in the community. And it's just, it's cool to see what everybody else has to offer. And yeah, I like to be a part of them.
Yep, Brian?
Yeah, I will say I think there might be a little bit too many group builds, but what you can learn from group builds because there's so many fantastic builders doing the same build at one time that you get to see different techniques of how somebody done this or done that to the exact same kit, and it can really open up your mind and explore new building options and techniques.
Yep.
Wait
Henry?
till last.
Like taking the way you did your wood grain door panels and stuff like that. That was
Exactly.
freaking awesome.
It was.
And that was an idea I got from Mark Batson on his 58 Corvette, where he pleated the parts of the door panel. I got all this balsa wood. I'm gonna
Yep.
chop it up.
Cut it up and use it.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on the group builds, Henry?
Well, I participated in about 4 and probably actually completed 3. Sometimes my work schedule gets in the way, and that can be a problem. But at the same time, if you're in a slump and you're struggling for ideas, a group build is something to grab a hold of.
Yep,
If
yep.
you want in on it,
So true.
get in on it. If you don't,
Stay at it.
stay at it.
All right. How about you, Josh?
I'm kind of guilty right now. Like Brian said, I think that there's maybe a little too many of them going on at one time, to the point where the group builds kind of get in the way of your personal builds.
Yeah, what you want to do. Absolutely.
I am still involved in a buddy build, which is basically kind
Yeah.
of the same thing, only smaller. That I'm
Still
still
waiting.
not done yet.
Still waiting
but
on the
Still not
C7.R.
done. But that one's coming. But yeah, I agree with Henry also that if you've got a bunch of personal builds going on and you are kind of having that builder's block where you can't figure out, what direction you want to take with these builds, group builds are a great way to kind of bust past that block where you can kind of take ideas that you're seeing the rest of the community, like Brian said, that they're exhibiting these different techniques.
Yep.
And you can try to apply that, and then once you kind of get that, I guess we'll call it your mojo back, then, group builds are a good thing to get involved with if you're not involved in 30,000 of them at the same time.
Isn't that the truth? We've covered this subject in the past couple weeks, and I'm going to piggyback on pretty much what most of it. Someone asked me a while back, is there too many group builds? I say there is. Because as we just finished a group build, the Unified Scale Out of Content Creators, the YouTube's group build, we just finished this up. Some of our builds are out there on the table. They're off the chain. But, of course, I was a co-host for the NASCAR group build. And we brushed it under the rug this year because there's just so many out there and we run the NASCAR group build for a year, which is ample enough time to finish a build. But it's you're getting, it's like an onion. You get a layer at a time. That's how many group builds there are, and you start going, oh God, I'm going to join this group build. And then I'm like, no, I'm going to join this group build. And the next thing you know, you got burnout. You're just like,
Then everything's
So,
under pressure
if
by
that-
a certain
yeah.
deadline, and you like
this is this is a hobby, not a
That's why
job.
I think I
So,
prefer the buddy builds over the group.
yeah,
builds.
me too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like with the Miguel situation.
Oh, this is
Yeah.
really
Do it
going
on
to.
your own time,
This one's really going to hit a nerve. What are your thoughts on live hangouts, Jess?
Let's get it.
I think live hangouts are actually a lot of fun, and it is
They
a
are.
great way to get to know people more on
Oh,
a
we got
personal
one
level. Scratch that. Live outs are the absolute worst. Don't do it. No, in all seriousness, I have made some really great friends that are going to be lifelong just from hanging out in live hangs and chatting with them. And yeah, definitely a fun time.
We're scratching you. We're going all the way to Henry. No.
I mean,
And this is coming from the one that does
Yeah.
the
I think they're great.
the guy.
We have a good time.
We do.
You can not just hang out in the chat or come into the live. Anybody comes into mine. But I feel like there's opportunities to learn something. We get asked questions. We do our very best to answer them. You know, we don't have them all the answers, but we do what we can.
There's a little blue link at the top of the chat. You're more than welcome to join.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
What's your thoughts on the live hangout, Peter?
I was just talking to Brian about that. I still haven't been able to, not that I don't want to, I just haven't been able to get my phone to connect the right way to where I can get in and participate. But anyway, I can still write my messages down. But anyway, it's like he said a couple of weeks ago that it's not a private club. It's if you want to join in, join in. It's and if not, then feel free to listen.
That's right. It's what about you, Josh?
I have had an absolute blast.
That's all we need to hear. Just kidding.
Piece of advice: when you're on the live streams, just be yourself. You don't pretend,
Exactly.
don't pretend to be anybody that you're not.
No.
Go in there, enjoy yourself, and pay attention to the people that you're live streaming with. If you're in the comments, make sure that you're paying attention to these people, and you know, just try to get a feel for that person's personality, because you know it's easy to misunderstand someone and think that, you know, they're a great big asshole, and you know, but I've had a really good time, and I've met a lot of really good people, and
Yep.
I'm gonna keep on doing that one too.
Yep. As for me, live hangouts, and I hosted one for a number of years. Just ended it recently. Had someone come up to me a while ago and told me, they said, "We hate it that you've stopped Friday Night Hangout," and that really means a lot to me, because it shows deep down that, you know, number one, people was watching, people are listening. Number two, met some great friends, and it's just it's fun to, you know. It's fun to hang out with everybody on Friday night, Saturday night. The one thing that, and I am gonna, you know, I'm gonna touch on. I love the live hangouts, and of course, it's like a TV, and I'm gonna watch I'm gonna join who's I want to. I'm gonna watch who's I want to, but by no means, no way am I entitled to be on somebody's or this. And why ain't you joining mine? You know, I get this all the time. Join mine. I'm gonna join who I want to, but the one thing that really kind of hit a nerve with me recently was why do you not let people join in on your lives? It's because I didn't want to. I like keeping mine at an hour, 1 hour only, because I have a life after that 1 hour. I mean, I know I stay on yours some nights. So, yeah, and I have carrot cake.
Gotta go to
Marietta Diner.
Yeah, but you know, 1 hour for
Pro
me
Street
was
Seville's.
1 hour for me was enough. But I must have been doing something right for me to carry it on since, you know, I took it over.
Well, you know, it's not just about who's in the live with you.
No.
But the people in the chat, you know, they
Yeah,
chat back and forth to
they
one
bring
another, you know.
They bring a lot to the table as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So, anyway, that's all I got to say about that, because I don't want to step on nobody's, but I just ended the Friday Night Hangout for, you know, for really, I wanted to start back building what I wanted to start. You know, I don't want to be taken away from, you know, my build time by doing, you know,
That
2
is
and
my
3.
the live hangouts.
Yeah.
My live hangouts are my build time.
Yeah. So, anyway,
Especially over the last years.
number 6, what are your thoughts on monetization of your channel? Jess, have you thought about it?
I have. I mean, it's always tossed around. A lot of people talk about monetization. Primarily, that's not why I started my channel. I'd be lying if I said that wouldn't be a cool perk to have, you know, making
Always.
some money off of doing something you love. Who wouldn't want that? So that's kind of where I stand with it. You know, I make YouTube videos not for that reason, but just because I enjoy it.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I monetized last year, and when I started, I had no plans to. I don't regret doing it. If you can and you're thinking about it, just do it. It can't hurt. Yeah,
He ain't bought the condo yet.
yeah, a long way from that.
Henry, you thought about it?
Just you do you. I mean,
There you go, man. That's it, right there. You do you, boo. Yeah.
I don't really care for it myself, but
Yep.
if that's your thing, do it.
So
Joshua.
as Jess said, when I started my channel, I had no intentions of trying to get to a point where I was going to be monetized. It's not something that I've ever factored into making YouTube videos. I make my videos when I want to make them, how I want to make them, and I make them so that my audience can see what's going on. And as she said, it would be nice. It would be nice to do that, but let's not stray away from the fact here that the world works with money. If you get this idea that you need to monetize your channel, you're turning your hobby into a job. And you do not need to turn your hobby into a job. Otherwise, it's like they said earlier, you're going to end up getting burnout and you're going to feel like, I need to make a video, I need to do this, I need to do that. If you want to monetize your videos, that's great. If and when the time comes for me to start monetizing my channel, every bit of that funding is going to go back into the hobby.
Oh, absolutely.
But don't make it to a point where you feel like you need to do it, because like I said, at that point, you're just turning your hobby into a job, and you don't want to do that, because that's your life away from your job and the stresses of the world. So
For this old fart right here, if you wanna hate your hobby, start it as a job. And it was never, when I got into YouTube, I was like, I can make money doing this? Wow. How do you do it? Well, you got to jump through hoop A to get to hoop B to get to hoop C. You've got to have them. And then the next thing you know, I have a job, and I do not want to turn it into this. I don't want to do it.
Wearing pasties.
Exactly, but no, I've never. I'm Henry. I'm gonna piggyback off what you said. If you can do it, you do you, boo. Because more power to you. But just don't. But don't be getting on YouTube, each week and going, "Oh my God, I didn't." That'll cause you to lose a subscriber real quick.
on YouTube money.
Couldn't buy my smokes this week. Oh Lord, did I just say that?
My
Anywho.
Ferrari went back
All right.
to the dealership. 'Cause
What are your thoughts on
I
sponsorship
videos.
for your channel?
I think that kind of falls along the same lines of, getting monetized. They kind of go hand in hand, but if somebody would want to sponsor my channel, that's awesome. That's great. If not, then, I'm going to keep doing me, like Henry said.
Do you, boo? Bet you, boo.
Pretty much the same thing as being monetized. If somebody approaches you or you go to somebody and you ask to be monetized, or not monetized, but sponsored. But I really feel like the sponsorship is definitely more of a job because
You're constantly having
you
to have
got to
those
put out
videos.
content in order to keep up that sponsorship. With monetization, yeah, I've monetized it, but every video I've ever made could possibly make me 50 cents. And
Boy, that condo coming quick.
and I mean, no, it's a little bit more than that, but if I don't make content, I'm not putting up any new videos.
You ain't getting paid.
Revenue goes down, and that's my problem. But
Yep, you ain't
when
paid.
somebody's paying you for a sponsorship, that really becomes a job to me. And I don't know if I was approached and asked if I had more time that I don't have now, I would probably consider it. But like Henry Robb said, you do you, boo.
Bet you, boo.
I'm really not for it, but I'd hate to be sponsored by an airbrush company or something, and then 3 weeks later get into it and I hate this airbrush. But yet,
But I gotta make this thing look good.
This paint is garbage.
but
I'm with you.
Tell AMT to stop making models.
Watch your mouth. You get in the mire and How about you?
Sponsorships, first and foremost, you want to make sure that it's a reputable source. Make sure that the people that you're sponsoring are.
Sponsored by Joey's Prosthetics.
Jesus Christ.
But no, like I said, just make sure that your sponsor is a reputable source, because Henry Rob's over here passing
About
out.
to gag
y'all.
along.
But yeah, just
He's got
You know,
muscles in his rib cage.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Henry.
you got to look at it like Brian said that you know, this is the same with monetization, that you know, you're gonna feel inclined to plug their products constantly, and like for me, if I was gonna get sponsored by somebody, it needs to be evergreen styrene products. I don't do box stock.
Oh, it's super glue.
Yeah,
It's super
it's super glue. Hi, I'm Fred Henry. I am sponsored by AMT 67 Chevelles. And damn proud of it, too, I might add.
And Marietta Diner.
And Marietta Diner. No. Sponsorship.
And Delta.
And no, hey, that's my real one. That's my real sponsorship. Sponsorship. I mean, I'm like Henry and Rob. You know, do you, boo? It's if it's good for your channel, you know, do it. Make it worthwhile for your channel. Number 8. What is your best video, Jess?
My best video is actually one of my earlier videos, and it is the Ed Roth, Mr. Gasser.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, and it seems to be one of my most popular videos. And it's just a classic build. The kit I got from my dad, and it was kind of when I was just starting out, so I had a lot of fun with it. And it'll always be a cherished video to me.
Go, Brian.
Our best video, I'm gonna have to say, is gonna come next Saturday with the live. Each one just gets better and better, in my opinion. But if we want to go on most viewed video, it's how I mix Chris.
I know what your best video is.
Henry,
It's
yours?
the live stream that you met your adopted son on.
Oh, yeah.
Probably my best
Gay
video
love child.
would be probably the Liberace.
Oh, your recent one.
Yep.
Nice, too, I might add. What about you, Josh?
I think my best video by, you know, I guess connection with the audience of my channel has probably got to be the USS Enterprise video. My favorite video that I've done though was the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I did a cinematic in that video, like some neat little model panning, and you know, did a big
Oh, you done the B-roll.
big cinematic thing
done
where
all
I
the
made them
fancy
look all
B-roll
fancy
stuff.
and
Oh,
stuff.
Lord. He did
But
good
yeah,
stuff.
that's probably my probably my favorite videos, the 1,000 sub video.
Oh, I don't know. Probably my most viewed is actually the Jesus Juice airbrush cleaner. Oh my God, I never would have realized that. I mean, I ain't talking 1,000 views. This has got like 16,000 views. And I'm like, damn, can I get $1 off each one of them? But that's probably, that one. Most viewed, that would be it for me. But anyhow, all right. Number 9, what is your worst video in your channel?
So my worst video actually is probably the one where I'm doing like a bit of gardening, just because it's not like pertaining to anything that my channel is geared towards. I was just trying to post a video on my channel that shows a little more diversity, or like things that I also like to do outside of building. Turned out it didn't really work out so well for my channel. I enjoyed doing the video though, as I enjoy gardening, but yeah, that's probably my worst one.
I like her building her she shed.
If I would pick a video that would probably be worst, I can't go by views because I don't really keep up with how many people viewed. But after my first Acme show of 2022, I had screwed up the settings on my camera so bad. And it was after I was watching it on YouTube, I was like, oh my God, what the hell? I mean, it was awful. It was just terrible. And yeah, I had to go back, and there was a new camera to begin with, and go back and
learning curve.
go back and learn all the settings again. So yeah.
Henry, what was your worst one?
Worst ones? They're
Worst
probably,
one.
Well,
You got multiple?
well, early on, I started doing what I called Scale Auto Saturday. It's where I took my collection of Scale Auto magazines
He went through.
and started doing like Tim
Yeah,
Brown.
yeah.
But it just
Didn't
didn't
hit.
gain any traction.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted it, so I ended it.
Did you take them off?
Yep.
Did you?
I mean,
Pulled
they're still up.
No, you still have? What about
They
yours,
just,
Jeff?
they just didn't do well.
Worst video?
So for me, my worst video is probably not the worst video on my channel, but it's the one that I think is like the most cringy and awkward for me. was like my channel introduction and like build collection videos. Like my very first video on my channel, if you go back and look at it. And the reason why it's so weird for me is because when you start doing YouTube and trying to create content, you're holding the camera and you're trying to get adjusted to talking to an audience that you don't know any of these people, you know, unless you hang out with them like we all do. You're trying to like goose yourself up.
Yeah, you're
like,
trying to be somebody you're not.
You're trying to sound like you know what you're talking about, and you're not full of shit half the time. But for me, like making that video, it was so weird because I was trying to get warmed up to filming, and I wasn't used to holding the camera in front of my face, and like it kind of felt like I was out of place. But now, because I've done enough videos and I'm live with Brian and everybody weekly, it's really helped get me out of my shell, and it goes back to what I said earlier. It goes back to what I said earlier. Just be yourself. Don't try to be anybody else but you. You know. So
My worst video. Oh my God, I hate to even bring it up. I've actually taken it off. I got no seriously.
Full of hot piss and vinegar.
No, it wasn't that. It was a matter of fact. It was a rant. I got on there, and it was with a fellow YouTuber that was pissing and moaning and crying, and it stepped on some toes, and I lost views. I lost subscribers because of that. But it really, and eventually I did. I took it down. But that was really probably my worst video. But I'm gonna piggyback on what you just said. I went back and I looked at some of my earlier videos from when I first started my channel. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I was so monotone and I was sitting there, I was looking at it, and I was just like, oh my God, really?
It basically sounded like a scripted TV presenter.
It was bad. Like a used car salesman.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Like
number 10.
Ferris.
Number 10. Where do you see your channel in the next 5 years, Jess?
I hope that I'm still building and still making even bigger and better models and more subscribers, more friends, and just learning and having fun.
I wish you that too. Brian?
Same, yeah. I hope I meet more great people like I'm sitting around this table and make more friends. I hope I can keep doing lives and making some videos from time to time.
Yep. Henry?
I'm not really a so-called people person, and all of you guys have helped bring some of that out of me, and I'm more comfortable now than I was when I first started. So
We appreciate your company.
Doing great.
I hope to be able to learn to interview people. I still suck at trying to interview people, so I don't even bother doing it.
Yeah, I do too. I don't know why
I hate being on camera.
You're on camera now, bro. But you're doing great. We're glad to have you, Henry. Josh, about you? 5 years.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing now and hanging out with this lot and
Did you call me a sloth?
hanging out with this lot. But no, I'm gonna keep kit bashing Mobius kits and building rat rods and monster trucks and
Kicking ass and taking names.
and hanging out with giraffes and seals and snails.
Well, for mine, 5 years, I never would even thought or even fathomed I would be on YouTube for 5 years. I really hadn't. I thought this was going to be a whim, and it was gone. 2016 was when I first came into doing this, and here it is, 2023. Well, quick, how many years is that, Mr. Mathematician?
What year did you start?
2016, 17, 18, 19, 9 years. I never would have thought. And then, I look at guys like Tom White, been doing it for 10, 11 years. And, oh my God. And it's
8 years.
Whatever. I told you I wasn't a freaking mathematician.
That's 8
but
years.
But it's really 5 years from now, I keep counting. I take my shoes off.
Somebody get this
And you're really going to be mad when I start counting to 21.
Somebody get this man a calculator.
But 5 years from now, I hope to still be doing the same thing. Henry, I'm with you. I never would have thought that I would be doing interviews. These are fun. And these are some of my popular videos people watch. and they learn about each one of you. And I hope it brings more traction to your to your channels. And I will be doing this. I'll drop links down below for everyone's channel. And I think that's pretty much it. Y'all's checks are in the mail.
Happy out.
And I'm fixing to go have me some fun. But folks, hope y'all enjoyed this.
We got a little presentation.
Oh, we got a little presentation.
Snap.
Yeah.
Why don't you walk around here to this fella right here?
I'm
got a
gonna
box.
sign
I tell you what, let's do this. Let's just go to Henry.
No, we're just talking about doing the lives and stuff, and I've listened to Josh on the lives, and I've just gotten to where I've grown to really like him, and he's a family guy.
Exactly.
He's and so he said something. I was thinking it was on Brian's channel the other week about some of his Holy Grail kits and stuff that he was looking for. So with that, I wanted to give him this.
Okay. So I'm gonna open this on video.
Yep.
Open this on video. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the card.
Oh, here comes the knives.
We got the blades out. I gotta watch some fingers. So
It's about to get crazy.
He's bringing knives. I'm bringing mine. No, never mind. Put that back in there for you, stupid idiot.
got some shop cards. That one's a magnet. That's awesome. That one's going on the refrigerator, and this one is going in the cab. It says.
I told you I was gonna make somebody cry.
It says, "Hey Josh, huge fan of your channel and your masterpieces. Truly the job of craftsman. I've enjoyed seeing you on the live streams, which I'll figure out one day. Take care, Henry Robbs." That's awesome. Thank you. All right, so we're going to try not to cut
The
ourselves
tip
here with
isn't
this.
very sharp. It's sharper down towards the base.
No comment.
And that's a yellow handle.
It's
Case?
definitely sharper than the backside of a bowling ball.
Oh yeah, no, that's a yellow handle.
I would hope so.
That's a yellow handle. I know
Well,
my
my
nose.
wife gave it to me for Christmas.
I opened one of these for Christmas one year, like 12, 13 years ago, that she bought me.
It went
Lobbed into
immediately
my
to the
finger
hospital.
immediately.
Yeah, immediately went to the hospital. I got stitches. Did you else?
Cutting open Christmas presents with it and just about.
Math.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Oh,
You're kidding me, man.
you got to pull it out too, bro.
Oh. Oh, man, dude.
Photo etch
You're
too.
kidding.
That is amazing.
What? Okay, so anybody that knows me knows I am a plane guy at heart also. My favorite plane in history, if I can get this thing out of here, is the SR-71 Blackbird.
Oh my God.
And for Mr.
Wow.
Henry Robbs here, we have got Revell's recently issued 148 scale SR-71 Blackbird.
Along with the
With
all the resin,
the
brass.
Edward.
Oh my God.
This has
dude.
got the resin wheels
Yep.
in it.
Wow.
That is unbelievable. We've got the mask for the windows. Yeah, this looks like the window masks. Is that a lot of the cockpit photo etch? Yeah, the belts are in here. Now I'm blown away, Henry. Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
Folks,
What a gift.
this is why if you haven't started a YouTube channel, it's not to gain. Josh, I'm gonna keep you in camera too. It's not for reasons like that, but the generosity of the YouTube community is just great. You never know.
I'm starting to get teary-eyed.
Yeah, I'm fixing to start crying too. I get it off of me. I'll be like a damn blubbering baby. Anyhow.
He didn't ask for the kit.
No, he did not, and I tell you, but it is, and I've been on this end before with Josh. Matter of fact, from this gentleman right here, and I thank you very much too. He was
You ain't giving
gracious
me, but I
enough
wanna
to send me a
shake
kit not too long ago, but.
That ain't why I do it.
I believe in paying it forward myself, and I've paid it forward to a lot of folks that's out there in
Yes, you
YouTube
have.
as well. But
Pay it forward to me.
well, y'all mean a lot to me, and
Y'all's friendship has been
Yeah,
enough
anyhow.
for me. So.
okay, enough of the Barbara Walters show. I think we're gonna got Fred, and I think Pappy and Jocelyn started crying. Come on, you did go, Grandpa. Get the hell out of me. Anyhow. Oh goodness! Yeah, here we go. Anyhow, folks, hope this has opened up some. Sorry, it's been such a long video, but this is what's fun. If y'all never came to the Hope It Don't Snow, if you haven't came to the Hope It Don't Snow show here in Charleston, Spartanburg, South Carolina, come. This is a great show. We have a great time each year. Look forward to it each year. Next show I'll be going to will be the Jacksonville JacksCon show. And looking forward to anybody that might be seeing this that's come down to it. We might do we might try to do a 10 question with the modeler down there as well. Anyhow, folks, remember what I always say: if you can dream it, build it. Pappy out of here.